Welcome back. More than 1 in 10 students in Texas has some kind of disability.
Over the past months, Fox 26 News has been contacted by numerous parents voicing their concern about the problems they and others face regarding the education of their special needs child.
Tonight, Fox 26's Greg Rugen shares some of their stories.
This is the greatest civil rights issue in America, and nobody gives a damn.
With that, Louis Geigerman got our attention. His mission, ensure each of the 500,000 special needs kids in Texas the appropriate public school education they are entitled to by federal law.
And a nickel is worth how much?
It is the type of learning that doesn't come cheap. And after years of advocating for the learning disabled, he's convinced school districts here and throughout the state engage in a calculated strategy to shortchange kids.
They see this child as being a vacuum of dollars from other programs.
A growing number of parents are retaining advisors like Geigerman to guide them through a process called admissions review and dismissal. It is in these meetings, around tables like this, that the battle for resources take place, child by child.
There is a gap between what folks want versus what is required to be provided.
The conflict in a capsule from Gene Lenz, Deputy Commissioner of the Texas Education Agency. It is a battle fought and ultimately lost by the parents of Alexander Melnick, a child whose inability to speak led to frustration in the classroom and repeated physical restraint by educators in his Clear Creek District School.
Well, you're talking a child that communicates with his hands, and now he's trying to communicate. No one can understand him communicate, and now you're taking away his primary communication away from him with the physical restraint.
Believing they knew what was best for their son, the Melnicks pushed at ARD meetings for accommodations they deemed critical. Clear Creek said no.
It eventually got to the point where if you don't like what we're offering, take us to court.
A big part of what Clear Creek offered Alexander was a transfer to a different school. In a class equipped with a padded timeout room, the Melnicks describe as something out of the Spanish Inquisition.
If I were to have that same thing here in my house, they'd take my child away from me.
Why did it take a parents walking in there saying, this thing looks bad? I wouldn't want my kid in this thing.
Well, and no one had ever complained to us, and it was used to introduce to them as a life skill.
The Melnicks had seen enough, choosing not to take on the deep pockets of the district and court. Alexander is now being homeschooled until the family can relocate to another state.
Texas is not concerned with its people with disabilities.